be a sponge, and then bring the juice.
By focusing on your improvement, by focusing on your progress, and eliminating any fixed mindset that you may have and acts of perfectionism, then you encourage your own mastery.
On some level, we do what we want to do 24 hours a day. Now, sometimes it may not seem like that, but if I'm choosing to work instead of sleep, what I'm actually saying is keeping my job is more important than sleeping.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting beat. What can I do to get over this hump? So mentally, that's when I kind of put that forefront, like, hey, it's either all or nothing.
I like to put failure in quotations because I don't believe that failure is true failure if you're looking at it with the right mindset.
The truth is, the journey to greatness is hard. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus, and every day you have to decide what you value, what you want to pursue, and what you want to achieve. And if you dig deep enough, if you push hard enough, we all have what it takes to be great. Welcome to the Edge of Greatness. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose. It is February 9th, Thursday, and it is time to reveal the final pillar, the seventh pillar of greatness, and that is courage. And a lot of times, I believe courage is overlooked when it comes to its association with greatness. For me, it's essential. Because what we have to understand is that when we start to pursue something at a high level, you're going to have to make difficult decisions. You're going to have to make difficult choices. You're going to face down difficult people. And all of those moments requires you to believe in what you're doing enough to stand up and say, I'm doing this right. I'm on the right path. To continue to move forward. The ability to lean into courage is something that we will have to deal with because fear is going to be a part of our journey. And courage is our ability to stand up in the face of that fear. A lot of times what happens is we think to ourselves we're not ready to do something. We think to ourselves that I need to practice a little bit more. I need to wait. But if you don't have courage, you'll always be waiting. You will never take action. It takes courage to start that step forward. When I first started this podcast, I'd never been on the mic. I'd never interviewed anybody. I didn't have any clue what I was doing with the software, with the internet, with the website, with putting it out there and connecting to people. I mean, honestly, I didn't even like being presented on Instagram. And here I am, probably closing in on 200 episodes if you count the little solo ones. I've done 135 interviews. And I'd like to think that I'm getting pretty comfortable. But it all started with the courage to take that first step. And from that first step, I've now given speeches. I've hosted events. And it's continuing to grow. So I guess my challenge for you today is, what have you been waiting to do? What have you been sitting on the sideline going, I think I want to do this, but I need to wait till I get better at that. Don't wait to get better. Go. Because once you start to go, you can always learn as you continue down that path. Nobody puts out a perfect product on day one. First off, nobody puts out a perfect product, period. If you're somebody who believes in the consistent pursuit of excellence, everything you put out will have room for improvement. Everything you do, in a sense, will never be perfect. So if you're waiting to feel ready, even 100 episodes into your podcast, if that's what you're looking to do, you'll still feel unready. You'll still feel unprepared. You'll still feel like there's stuff you can do better. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Make the perfect moment. The other thing about courage that is often misunderstood, I guess, and forgotten is that as you start to climb that ladder of success, there's going to be people who tell you that you're doing it wrong. They're going to challenge the direction that you're going. They're going to tell you should probably just do it a different way, especially if you're struggling. So you may be climbing to a certain point and then hit a plateau and start to feel like, oh man, this is tough. This isn't going the way I expected it. It takes courage to believe in yourself in those moments. It takes courage to continue to go down that path. A lot of great entrepreneurs and athletes and writers went through moments where things got tough and they chose to bet on themselves. They chose to have courage in those moments of struggle. And it led to ultimately having greater success later. Now, I'm not saying that every time you face a tough moment, if you believe that and you lean into courage, that you're going to have success. No, but I do know that if you let your fear guide your life, if you let other people's beliefs stop you from going forward, then success is going to evade you. So while courage isn't going to solve all your problems, it is going to help you stand firm and believe and continue on when things are toughest. And we need more tough people. We need more courageous people. And so take some time today to find something that you believe in and start that first step. Take that step forward. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, throw something up on Instagram with you talking. You know, if you're thinking about applying for that job, print out the application. Whatever it is, it all starts with a single step. It starts with putting your foot out there and going, you know what, we're going to test the waters. We're going to get this ball moving, and we'll go from there. But as always, guys, keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face, but remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.